Hey guys, welcome back to my gallery. Today we're going to look at T-flip-flops again, but this time we're going to look at Piston T-flip-flops. And we're going to start with non-sticky piston T-flip-flops in this video. And in a later video I'll explain the sticky piston ones. This, as far to my knowledge, is the most compact version of a T-flip-flop that, at least this configuration, non-sticky piston, the smallest T-flip-flop that I have seen. So somebody correct me if you've seen one smaller. But this one works really well, and I'll show you how it works here in a second. And the theory behind this is actually very similar to the block swapper mechanism. In fact, it's almost identical. What we have here is we have two pistons that are being powered by two different sources. We have the torch powering that block, and also this dust here actually powers that block as well. And the same over here, the dust here will power that block, which powers the piston, and the torch powers the piston. So being that it gets power from two different sources, when there's a delay in the torch coming on, that's when one piston will need to retract because it's off at that point. And since a piston retract takes more than a tick, the other piston has time to jump in that empty space. So when the torches go off, there's a slight delay, or when they come back on, there's a slight delay in them coming back on, a tick delay. And in that tick, there's no power getting to the pistons. They both are unpowered. This one retracts, and in that time, the second one fills the place. And then this torch here provides the output, and that's about it. Pretty simple. But I wanted to show you something really cool that I recently discovered. I'm not sure why it took me this long, but check this out. About at least twice as fast. So compare that to that. And then one torch. And if you've watched my previous video on the block swappers, you know why this is happening, because we've inverted the power on these torches. Remember in the other video I told you to make sure that these torches are off, because the delay happens when the torches come on, and these are going to come on at the beginning of the button pulse. See that? So right when I push the button, they come on. So in that delay, that's when the swapping happens, and that makes it really cool. So I'm not sure why it took so long for me to realize this. Maybe it's already been common knowledge, but I think that's really cool. And then if you want a single wide version of that, you can expand it by one block, and I'll show you a single wide version. Let's see here. And let's see, so we need 2 blocks instead of 1, and 3 blocks on top of that. But by expanding it 1 block, we can now put a torch in the middle, dust, and a button, and you have an incredibly fast T-flip-flop. And I would wager that this is as fast as the tiny sticky piston T-flip-flop, but since I can't seem to get those to work right now, I can't test it, so I think this is very fast. I'm not sure how you could get much faster without doing instant wire or something like that. So let me know if you do know of something. But I'm really excited about that one. The guys on my server were like, whatever. But I think it's cool. Alright guys. Alright, I've got a side-by-side comparison set up here. On the right is the standard version, and on the left is the inverted torches version, supercharged version. So as you can plainly see, there's quite a bit of difference between the two. Well worth the slightly larger size. Alright, I've set up a side-by-side comparison just to make it easier to hook up. Instead of using this compact version of the sticky piston T-flip-flop, I've just kind of expanded it out. It's the same thing, got a monostable circuit emitting a 1-tick pulse with the sticky piston, so it's exactly the same speed as that one. And we'll compare side by side. John bet me $100 that the sticky piston T-flip-flop is faster. Looks like a tie to me. Thanks, John. See ya.